also seems a little bit better. Oh, those downshifts are so fast. Woo, that sounds like an exotic supercar. Now in sport mode, the handling, this thing truly feels like it's on rails. I have not driven something that handles this well ever. The sound is just amazing. Oh, that sounds so good. It is impossible to believe this is a V6. I've never driven anything that feels this precise and this glued to the road as this car. This is unbelievable. I love this thing. This is amazing. But of course, I better love it. It's $500,000. Now I'm gonna put it in park, because in order to get to track mode, you gotta be in park. Now we're down. Now, oh man, you can tell it's lower. I wasn't looking up. You can just tell it's lower. Now the wing is up now, and boy, there goes my visibility that I was just saying is pretty good. Oh, the sound is just dramatically improved. It just feels so much bigger. It feels like I'm driving sport mode in a tunnel. See the camera's moving around a lot more. It is definitely a harsher ride. You're closer to the ground. The suspension is stiffer in track mode. I'm gonna floor it very briefly. Oh my God! One of my pet peeves is that the paddles move with the steering wheel. They really ought to stay put. When I'm in a corner and I'm going for the paddle, it's somewhere up there. I don't know. It's annoying. I'm just blown away by the steering. I'm going 50. I don't think I've ever felt so confident in a car before. So I'm gonna floor it here real quick, kind of see what happens, see how it goes. Amazing, truly amazing. I cannot believe this car is really special. This thing is world class. It is very impressive. I am blown away. Driving this thing on the road is an interesting experience. This is Carl. Carl has the 05 Ford GT I showed you earlier. We're going to be hearing more from him in my comparison video, which you'll also see. The transmission is just so smooth. It's smooth even on the road. It was smooth on the track before. I'm driving on a normal street here, and it feels like a fairly normal experience with the exception that we're really low. It is a little loud, there's no question about that. It's a little bit louder than a lot of the exotic cars are. Even kind of at lower RPMs, it's got more of a noise to it. There's no question about that. The thing about this car also is it's just very cool to drive. I love the interior of this car. I think the interior is awesome. I think this center gauge screen, I've driven all these supercars, I think this is the best one I've seen. I love how much it changes. They've really thought through what needs to be at the forefront and what you need to be looking at when you're in each different mode. It isn't cheap, it's just kind of basic, and that's what you're looking for with a car like this.
Every material you see in this car that looks like carbon fiber is there for function.
Yep.
It's there to make sure that the car is as light as possible and not to make the car look cool.
Yep.
It ends up making the car look pretty cool.
Right.
But that's a side effect of making the car functionally right.
You have to realize, though, that this is not a touring car. You can buy a 488 California, whatever. They put a lot of effort into stitching quality and choose which stitching you want and which leather you want and which. This isn't one of those cars. This car is actually going to be designed for people who really want to use it for performance purposes. It is just massively fast. Just crazy. I mean, it certainly feels faster than your car. Do you agree? Part of it is the gear changes are just so instantaneous.
Yeah. But have you seen what happens when the rear wing retracts?
No.
So you get up to a certain speed, the wing goes up. And when you get down to a certain speed, it drops again.
Yeah, that's right.
And it drops.
Yeah. So that's what that was.
Loud.
The car didn't just raise up; it was just the wing that was doing. Okay.
Again, it's a race car. So when it's time to put the wing down, it puts the wing down. It doesn't gently set the wing down so that it doesn't upset you. It puts the wing down.
Right. Oh, God, this is just an amazing car. It really is. It's everything you'd hope that a car at this price point would be.
Right.
This car, I drove the Aventador SV, which is also $500,000. This car makes that thing look agrarian. I mean, this car is so much more precise, and it's just on a completely different level. It really feels like it is. So there's your most thorough look yet at the new Ford GT. Don't forget to click the link below for my column about the GT on autotrader.com/oversteer. And don't forget to watch my comparison video between the new Ford GT and the old one. Oh. I gotta buckle up. That's what that is. It's the buckle time.